This video is a review of the Telstra Generation 2 Smart Modem and comparison between the two versions. In the box you get the modem, a LAN cable, and depending on the connection type you will either get a WAN cable with a red connector on one end or a phone cable. You'll also get some instructions with how to set up and connect the modem and some fault finding tips. There is also a power supply that plugs into the base of the modem. The modems are physically identical, except the Technicolor version of the modem has holes in the sides of the modem. The Arcadyan version has no holes. On the front of the modem there is a status light. On the back of the modem are 4 1 gigabit LAN ports, plus a WAN port, PSTN port, phone port, DSL port, USB 3 port, pair button for registering decadic handsets or for connecting Wi-Fi devices using WPS, a Wi-Fi button for turning Wi-Fi on or off, online light, WAN DSL light, mobile mode light, mobile signal light, and a phone status light. The modems are easy to set up. Just connect either the WAN port or the DSL port, depending on your type of connection, to an internet source and then supply power. On the left is the Arcadyan modem and on the right is the Technicolor modem. This is a DSL connection and total boot up time is over 4.5 minutes, so I've deleted sections of the video. On a WAN connection type, boot up and connection to the internet is about 2.5 minutes. The early connection of the phone on the Technicolor modem is probably due to the fact that it was previously in use on my connection and has the phone already set up. On this connection, the Arcadyan was faster than the Technicolor by about 20 seconds, booting up and connecting in 4.5 minutes, whereas the Technicolor took 4 minutes 40 seconds. The modems have good 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi coverage. The Arcadyan modem has slightly better 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi coverage than the Technicolor version of the modem. The 5 GHz Wi-Fi coverage isn't quite as good, but it is still better than most of the other modems I've tested. The Arcadyan version of the modem has slightly better Wi-Fi coverage than the Technicolor version of the modem. Next, the internet speed of the modem was measured, first on the main connection and then on the 4G backup connection. There was very little difference in speed between the modems, both on 4G backup and on the main connection. Next, the 4G internet speed of the modems was tested, with the 4G backup SIM replaced by a normal Telstra data SIM. The Arcadyan modem was slightly faster than the Technicolor modem, but both modems were faster than the Telstra Gateway Frontier or the Telstra Smart Modem, which are Generation 1 smart modems. This next test measures the Wi-Fi link speed using a iPerf 3 server on a laptop connected to the modem via LAN cable and a Analyta iPerf 3 client installed on a Samsung Galaxy S9 smartphone. The app measures the actual upload and download link speed plus the physical Wi-Fi speed. The speed test was then rerun at the same time as another device was doing a speed test on the same Wi-Fi band. This tests the Wi-Fi performance when multiple devices are using the Wi-Fi at the same time. The tests indicate that the Technicolor version of the Telstra Generation 2 modem has faster Wi-Fi on both Wi-Fi bands when the Wi-Fi is idle, but slower Wi-Fi when the Wi-Fi is busy. The USB port on the modem supports USB hubs, USB printers, and USB storage devices. The USB port does not support scanners. On both modems, the media files on the mass storage devices can be accessed using DLNA or Samba. The Technicolor modem only supports Samba version 1, but the Arcadyan modem supports Samba version 1 and Samba version 2, and also supports access via password. The DLNA server on the Arcadyan modem sorts media files by folder, which makes it a lot easier to find media files on hard disks where the files are grouped into folders. It is harder to access the files on the Technicolor modem using Samba, as the location has to be entered manually, but file transfer is much faster at 37 megabytes per second compared to 10 megabytes per second. This section of the video covers the modem's graphic user interface. On the left is the Arcadyan modem, and on the right is the Technicolor modem. Both modems have the option for configuring dynamic DNS. There is also the option for setting up port forwarding in the modems, and the Arcadyan modem has the ability to set up port forwarding to IP version 6 addresses. There is an option for setting up guest Wi-Fi network in both modems. The modems support URL blocking and parental time control. The Arcadyan modem only has the ability to set up one time control rule per device. There's the option to select a non-Telstra DNS, change the modem's LAN IP address, and set up static leases. The Arcadyan modem has a phone book. There's no phone book in the Technicolor modem. The modems have traffic meters and graphs, but the ones in the Arcadyan are useless, the main problem being that they stop recording after 2.5 gigabytes of data has been recorded. The Technicolor version of the modem has detailed information on the line status. The Arcadyan version of the modem only shows the line transmit and receive rate. The Arcadyan modem has the option for backing up and restoring modem settings. The modems have comprehensive line stats and a bit loader graph, which is useful for diagnosing line faults. This graph is of a normal link about 700 meters from a node. Both modems have tools for doing ping and trace route tests. The modems have the ability to run a diagnostic test on the link and display the results. The network tab displays the status and the stats on all the modems interfaces. Both modems have log files. The Arcadyan modem's log file is easier to interpret. Modems have a built-in Wi-Fi analyzer, and the Technicolor version of the modem has a client monitor which gives detailed information on Wi-Fi clients. Modems are not locked to Telstra, but the 4G backup and VoIP functions are locked to Telstra. There is no VLAN ID settings in the modem, so they will not work with ISPs that use VLAN ID.